O senhor deve saber que o Brasil descobriu há alguns anos uma jazida de petróleo a 7.000 metros de profundidade, abaixo da camada de sal, que pode nos transformar numa potência petroleira internacional. E o pré-sal, o óleo tirado do pré-sal, mesmo que um barril de petróleo caia a $8, o pré-sal ainda é economicamente viável. Qual o interesse dos Estados Unidos, o que houve, que se pode provar da interferência norte-americana, sobretudo da participação de Michel Temer nessa espionagem sobre o pré-sal no Brasil?
We have published a number of documents about the pre-salt oil finds off the coast of Brazil. The deposits are viewed to be something like 4 times the Brazilian existing deposits, so they're extremely significant. It's quite expensive to get down to the ocean, through the salt, to the rock, to get them. But once you get them, the oil doesn't need much refinery, there's not much sulfur in it. So it's quite profitable from that point on. Well, the existing condition was that Petrobras would have 30% guaranteed revenue stream from the pre-salt oils. And various oil-related interests were going to the US Embassy and complaining about this condition. So some of the political parties in Brazil were speaking about that and saying that they would prefer that Chevron and Exxon Mobil have access with no exclusivity, even at 30% for Petrobras. Okay, so this is actually very interesting argument. What is the best way for Brazil to license its oil deposits that best benefits the people of Brazil? And the basic argument is along these lines. If the state is to run in a coherent way when it is in competition with other states and large transnational corporations, then it needs some kind of revenue, and oil is a strong revenue stream that can empower the state. Okay. And on the other side of the equation, there's the argument, but if there's one company that, even if it's owned by the state, that has preferential access, then it will get lazy, and it won't be very good at drilling oil because it will have no competition. Okay, so these are the basic arguments. Also along here, that if there's too much competition in drilling the oil, then the price will come down too much, and the state won't get as much in terms of licensing fees. So if you look at the cable that we published from December 2009, and there has been some reportage on it already, but I think not the most interesting part. To my mind, the most interesting part is an admission that the most profit to the government would come if Petrobras had 30% rights. So that is an admission. And does the US Embassy claim that the most profit to the Brazilian state would occur if Petrobras had this 30%? Okay. Because Chevron and the other big US oil companies would say, if Petrobras gets 30%, it's not worth it to us. Okay, it's not worth for us to actually do the drilling. We could just be involved in the financing. Okay. But Gazprom and the Chinese oil company, Sino Oil, they would be able to outbid Chevron and Exxon. They would give more money because they can take less profit. Why? Because the Chinese just want the oil. They actually don't care about the profit. They can break even. And so they are willing to give Brazil more money. And therefore, the Chinese, under such arrangement, and other state-based oil companies will always be able to outbid Exxon, which has $269 billion a year revenue. So it's still a very big company. So I think it's very interesting about this question as to Petrobras really is a question about what type of state Brazil wants. Does it want a strong state, or does it want a very weak state that has major foreign oil companies and transnationals taking control of the central resource?